EROS, what makes you sexy? Now, I could say attractive. I put attractive as a cover because I didn't want any issues with YouTube. But it's really like sex appeal, to be honest, because like EROS is like that passionate energy. It is existing, thriving, and beating like a heart. It's just that passion to where you're around something or something motivates you, and it's like to your core. You feel it from within. You really feel it from within. And you know, what just moved me to feel this way? What just possessed me and my passion? That is EROS, right? And so whatever sign that your EROS is located in, this is what makes you sexy. Do you understand me? That means other people feel it off of you. Other people notice it about you. Other people admire this about you. You use this energy and you can turn other people on. You hear what I'm saying? Because it's your EROS. And it is not a trick. Everybody has it. Everybody can do it. And this is really what you're doing, that when you're just naturally acting yourself and you don't know that you're doing it, unless you're just like an EROS suppressor, you know, somebody that's like, oh my gosh, like I'm not going to indulge in like my passions and I'm just going to be a robot. Whoever really does that? No, we don't. We automatically are operating or moved by our EROS, moved, possessed, how you want to put it, by our EROS energy. It's that thing. Like, have you ever just been there and like you've been around somebody and you have just been like, wow, even if you're not attracted to the person, you know, physically off, you know, just sight or romantically, it'll be something to where you're like, wow, like, I don't know what just happened, but that person is like, you know, that is EROS. That person making me think about some things. That person making me, even your EROS energy does not necessarily just have to be sexual. It can be motivating. It can operate as like an invisible force that moves, that motivates, that invigorates other people to pursue their passions or to like snap out of it and just really be motivated by your energy. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to talk about for each sign what that is. And yeah, you know, just why don't you just look at each sign, okay? Because I'm not going to make this too long. So for the sign of Aries, what makes you sexy is you going after what it is that you want. Like EROS and Aries, going after what it is that you want. People look at that as like, wow, that person really doesn't let things stop them. They even look at it as some sort of source of confidence that maybe you can encourage in them. And, you know, you show people your passions because, well, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to go after. And this is what I'm going to get. But also knowing when to back off. That is just so attractive about you. Let's just say it's something that you're interested in. You're pursuing it. You want it. But then if there's times when that person needs distance or whatever you're on needs, you know, that time, that breathing room, you know, time to develop. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I know what I want. I see what I can get. But at the same time, I know that I have to watch this develop. I know that it could take some time. And that is that's a turn on. That's a turn on. That's what is so attractive about you. You know when enough is enough, but you have the confidence anyways. Like even pursuing somebody that is like turning you down, and it's like, okay, you put that effort in, you try, but then you stop. Then that person is like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why did Aries stop? So that's what makes what people are turned on about and what they're passionate about when it comes to you. That's what makes you sexy. Okay, Taurus, what makes you sexy? Your EROS in Taurus is your physical beauty. Physical beauty could really literally be your physical beauty, the way that you look, something about your body. You know, it is the way that you dress it, the way that you clothe it. It's just your essence is beautiful. You can even enjoy or like a beautiful thing. That could be just sexy, a turn on to other people, and your ability that you can go emotionally deep and be mysterious too. So it's like, wow, who is this person? say you could be just sitting around somebody or just with people, and let's say you pull out something like I don't know, you're wearing a pretty beautiful piece of clothing, like a scarf draped around the way it's draped around your head or your neck, and it's providing this emphasis on like a physical attribute of yours. You could pull out like a pin or something that has like a pretty little flower stuck on it, and it's just like, wow, like that person loves beautiful things, but at the same time, like, man, what made her put that scarf on? What made her accentuate her body like that? Or what made him wear that hat? What made him, is like his skin is so smooth, so nice. It's mysterious because now people are like, who is this person? And they may or they may not get to know you, but when they do get to know you, you are not just beautifully surfacely, emotionally deep, that is just sexy to people. And they don't even have to get to know you sometimes. If they're in the right place with you at the right time and they see this and they experience this off of you, it's like, Eros and Gemini makes you sexy is your intellect and your versatility. It's something about you with your mind, the way that you think. You hella smart, for real. Even though people may not know this about you, or if you get to talking about some topic, you could talk about any topic, really. I'm just being honest because that's Gemini energy. You could talk about any topic, but it's just the fact that when people may not know, but when they start talking to you, how smart you are and how versatile, like you're more witty than what people think, and like you can hang with the conversations. You know a little bit about everything, and maybe you even know a lot depending on what your sun sign is. But you're versatile, like you can be in different environments, and you can be flexible, be in different environments, and then make people feel comfortable and be willing to learn about those environments that you're in. And you're just like, you can be like change up when you need to be, and then your vision and experiences is like when people find out, like it all along, like you had a broader vision, you had something that you were working towards all along, even though they don't get it. And then the experiences that you have, it's just a freaking turn on. That it's like you're intellectually, you're intellectual. You had so many different experiences, or that's what you wanted to be. You traveled a lot. Maybe you have like different experiences in understanding different cultures or languages or something. It's just your intellect comes off real sexy to people. Okay, so yeah, Eros and Gemini. Eros in Cancer, self-security. So yeah, your ability to take care of yourself and your emotional needs, and you show some sort of significant stability in that. When people find you sexy, you're able to put your emotional needs above what other people have going on, or despite of what's going on. You're going to check in with yourself. You're going to be good. You might pamper yourself, doing a lot of self-love stuff. People love that. They love that. And they love the fact that, you can definitely be emotionally secure. Go to you for that place. Like you could just be listening to them, or you can just have ways of pampering people without you even know that's what you're doing. So you can sit down and you can be like, oh, did you want some water? Are you good? And that turns people on about you, because maybe they didn't know that that's how you really are, or that's how that you have that capability. Especially if you look mean, to come off as high class and established. They're like, wow, this person seems like kind of high class or established or sedity or something like that. But really, they, they're pretty humble a person emotionally. They take care of themselves, so that they're able to really pour into other people, or like people that's actually special or significant to them. So even like in your personal relationships, people, this is a turn on, because it's like, oh, she don't or he don't do this for everybody, So sometimes people be trying to find ways to get it out ya. Cancer. Eros and Cancer. Yes. Eros and Leo. People find you sexy because of your confidence. You have like this unspoken confidence. It doesn't have to be spoken because it's Eros. This is just by what you go after, what you entertain yourself with, how you position yourself, posture, your, even when they're passionate with you, could come out a freaking lion roaring. And your inclusion, though. You can walk in, you can grab like so much attention, and you could be the star of the show or whatever. Or just, I wouldn't say so much attention, and you can be confident in everything, but it's like you're willing to share that light and include your light is inclusive to people. So you do not sometimes, you know, with that Leo energy and depending on where it's positioned, Leo has to be the person with the spotlight for whatever reason. And, you know, sometimes it isolates people because it's like, okay, well, if you can't get with the program of the fact that I'm gonna start a show, you can get gone. But, and it could come off as dismissive. And this is not every Leo, I'm just saying. But however, in Leo and Eros, you have this burning light and ability to attract attention. And you could be intelligent too. But it's like your ability to attract attention is inclusion. It's inclusive to other people because you might be like actually interested in other people and like where, you know, you might be like inquisitive about them or, you know, use what you experienced or how you gained your confidence and what you go through in just like your life to be motivation to theirs. And your ability to detach. You could drive people crazy because they're like upset. They could be frustrated, but they could be in love with you all at the same time. Okay, because Leo represents love. And the fact that you can detach from what it is that you want, and if you have it or not, you can care less. Okay, so yes, that is what makes you hella sexy. A Virgo, Eros of Virgo. What makes you sexy is you are physically appealing. Okay, you are physically appealing about your body. Now, I could go there. This was the same thing with Taurus, but I feel like with Virgo, it's really more physical. It's really more the physical body. Like your physical body turns people on, and you can be like, "What? I'm this size or that size." It could be. It doesn't matter because there's mysticism here. There's mysticism surrounding the Eros and Virgo. So there's illusions around your body. Like people see what they want to see. They see what they want to see when it comes to your body. That could be good or bad. Whatever sun sign you are, and people become like they can become obsessed with your body because they could be like, you know, like wow, like look at like her face or her shoulders or like her, you know, like look at how like there's an arch on her back. There's some dimples in her back. You know, or look at his calves. Like, dang, look at his, you know, and you could be like, well, I could stand and work out a little bit. No. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I'm just saying it's just something about you. Because Virgo represents the physical body. I'm not going front. The healthier you become, though, the better it's going to be. Like, the healthier you become with your body, the better it's going to be. Like, you can use your body for so many things. Like, listen, and the ability to get down and dirty. But there is mysticism. It's because you have... Now, remember, Mercury is the magician and it rules the sign of Virgo. It rules Gemini too, but like I didn't really get into that. But to try to explain why I say this is because you can pretty much manifest stuff that you work at. Whatever you're working on or wherever you're working at, you can manifest it. Like, especially as Virgo, more money, better health, you know, partnerships that benefit you, whatever the case may be. And like, you have this tenacity to like keep going with it. This could be sexually too, y'all. Tell me I'm lying. There's this mysticism around your identity in your body. You could be a mystical person. It could seem like your life is magical. How did he do that? How did she do that? That's because you got Eros and Virgo, baby. They ain't seeing that you doing it, but you just being like so. But your work ethic too, like you working on something. You could be working on something or doing something, and people could be checking out your body, and like, okay, that's what makes you sexy. Eros and Virgo. Eros in Libra, you and your refined beauty. Okay, yes, your refined beauty. It's with your elegance. It's like the way, not just that you're beautiful, okay, but the way that you do something. It could be like the way that you're holding a pen, the way that you sit and you look, and you know, your makeup. It may not be too much, but it might be just the right touch. Okay. It comes off classy. Now, and even it's like the undertones. So it's really like your refined nature, and just because typically, and it don't have to be just exclusively refined, like you just don't do anything, like you just all composed. No. There could be beauty in something that you believe in, like you have a cause or something, or a passion that you fight for, that where you could just be like, I hate when animals get abused. I can't stand it. And voicing that, people find that sexy. They're like, what? And not only that, since your beauty is just like so refined, or that you could be a refined person, they could like when you get mad a little bit, and you have a little bit of a and another thing, because you hella smart. So beauty and brains, baby. That's what turns them on. That's what they find, your brains sexy. Like the way you think. So I made a turn on. And then not only that, but the fact that you are competitive, the fact that you can be all these things, and you can get out there and you can be competitive, but people might not notice it. They might just notice you winning stuff, or beating stuff, or like rushing not even rushing, but you're doing things and like you're completing it. It's like a competitive thing. It can drive people to be competitive with you, but it's like the fact that you could be competitive and you could be so fine too is a turn on. Your beauty, you are beauty and brains, period. It's like, okay, she looked good, he looked good, but dang, he's smart. Dang, she's smart. Okay, so EROS in the sign of Scorpio, your sex appeal, point blank, period. Like you can't mention Scorpio without it. Your sex appeal is what makes you sexy. It doesn't. Maybe it could be the way you dress. Maybe it could be the way that you think. Maybe it's the way that you move. It's just you. It could be your eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's just you. You got that package, what can I say? And your ability to physically manifest. People don't really know this about you possibly, but your ability to physically manifest. Some people probably be like, yeah, I know how you really got that money. I know how you really did that business. But no, your ability to physically manifest things, and just to provide in your life. Really, you're putting effort in what it is that you're doing, like into your looks, like you're taking care of yourself, you're working on things, but it looks like you're doing it effortlessly. Okay. Yeah. That's a turn on to people. That's what makes you sexy. The fact that you just have EROS in Scorpio. I'm sorry. EROS in Sagittarius. Your experiences make you sexy. So some of you guys could definitely become even more sexier as you age. I'm just telling you. So yeah, this is man, woman, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Your experiences make you sexy. People like the fact that you sit up there, you travel. You could be traveling to a different culture, or in different surroundings. You so hella fine to people in different cultures from you. They love you. It's like, wow, like look at EROS and Sagittarius, and the fact that your ability to communicate, it could be the fact that your accent is different from theirs, and they're like, ooh, oh my gosh, like what? Your ability to communicate, people find it a turn on, because you'll be able to communicate what you need to across in a very passionate way, subtle way, but there's like hidden hints of what he talking about. She know what she's talking about. That is a turn on to people, okay? Because they want to hear about it. You want them to be hooked on you. Talk about your experiences, somewhere you traveled, something that you did, and how it was fun for you, how it was passionate, what you learned. Just open up your mouth to speak when you're in a different culture and you're in a different area. You could be from the South, but you go up to the North. You could be from the North, but you're in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That could get them every single time. They'll be turned on just by the way that you communicate. EROS and Capricorn, just being, baby. It's just your energy in general. It's this raw, sexual type energy. It just looks like you could just put it down. You know what I mean? You got a whole something behind the scenes that maybe you're not talking about, maybe you're not expressing. I don't know, but people just by you being, and the fact that you have emotional security, there's something about you. I'm not about to let that press me, or and you have emotional intelligence too. So you know how to, like, if somebody comes in and they got like a problem or a situation, you know how to handle it. You build sturdy. You look for some form of stability, baby. So yeah, you just by you just being. So you, when you come in, wherever you're at, you hold weight there. with you being gone, people could fall apart. I don't know what to tell you. So that's just really what makes you sexy. Eros in Aquarius, your mind. I think that you already know this, but your mind, the way that you think, is a turn on for people. People don't really even have to know you, but when they start talking to you, and even this could be them talking to you, but this could be them getting to know you deeper and talking about something and having a conversation about something, and you know an awful lot about it. You can invent stuff. You can invent stuff and create stuff with your mind. And just listen, you got to be careful with this, because you can get in other people's minds. You could get in other people's minds. It could be hard for them to stop thinking about you. It could be hard for them to let you go. Okay? So don't be doing those swindling stuff. But you have a star power that comes along with you. So you got that natural star ability. You might be trying to move away from it or detach from it. But if you open your mouth and you start talking or talking about what you're thinking, you're going to be the person's favorite. And it has to be the right people too. Because sometimes you can have like a quirky thought process, but the people that like it, they're going to like it. The people that don't like it, they might be turned on by it, but they might be like, okay, I need to stay away. So yes, that's what makes you sexy. Eros in Aquarius, Eros in Pisces. Your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. I'm telling you, you could be talking to a person and not making an eye connection, And some of you guys might naturally avoid it or shy away from eye connecting with people, really. But when you do, I didn't know that your eyes were so beautiful. It could be the shape of it. It could be the color. It could be the spatial features. It could be the roundness. It could be the slant. It could be just different things. It could be the fact that you're so connected to source that they look at your eyes and it's like you become a different person, or they see themselves. They see what they want to see. You can literally be what somebody wants you to be without even doing anything of convincing them. Just looking inside your eyes and your work ethic. They're like, wow, I didn't know you worked on that. I didn't know you like was into health like that. I didn't know that you was like into bodybuilding. I didn't know that you like pets. Like you had a pet iguana. And then you look and you're like, yes, I do. And they're like, wow. And Eros and Pisces, that's what makes you sexy. All right.